because of third term. I did not live in my house for 2 years.
Why?
I escaped 5 assassination attempts.
Hello, great people. We're about to watch a video which I found very informative and educating, and I thought I should bring it to you, which is the video of the third term agenda of the former President Olusegun Obasanjo. This is an insider account. What truly happened during the third term, and I'll leave you to watch the video of the video in a moment, and you will hear the role the man played, how Obasanjo tried to scheme the third term agenda, the role Bola Tinubu also played. We'll be watching it, and I look forward to your impression in the comment section. Did Obasanjo truly want a third term agenda where people bribe? Please don't miss this video for any reason. Make sure you watch it to the end, and let's continue the discussion in the comment section. Let's watch it.
I suffered more than any Nigerian legislator because of third term. I did not live in my house for 2 years.
Why?
I escaped 5 assassination attempts. I will leave it at that.
I mean,
I was living, I can now disclose the name. I was living in the house of Julius Ihonbere, Colonel Adebayo, Temi Harriman, a woman, Tam Brisby, and one other person. I lived in 5 houses, and thanks to Achiwaju Bola Tinubu, I went to him one day and I said, look, I need a bulletproof vehicle. And he told me what to do. One of the things he told me is, go and get many used cars. Different colors, different shapes, different. So if I was coming to your house, before I got to your house, I would have parked a car in your house. When I get to your gate, I will wind down, greet everybody. Everybody will know I came in green under Accord. Nobody will know that I had maybe a Mercedes-Benz or a Toyota parked in your house in a different color, and I will escape, all windows wound up, without anybody knowing I'd left your house. That's how I lived my life for those 2 years.
In that struggle against third term.
In that struggle against third term.
What were those? Because a lot of those who were in the house at the time spoke about how they were trying to convince them. Other than the fact that there was a struggle, were there any kind of monies that exchanged hands, or those issues of corruption that happened on the floor against third term or for third term?
That was where my trouble began. I remember very well that the speaker said I was to lead a delegation of the House of Reps to a delegation in China. So I said, look, Mr. Speaker, it doesn't happen that a member of opposition would lead a delegation of parliament to a different country. I don't feel competent. In any case, I wasn't the leader of my party in Congress. Bewaji was. So if they wanted to pick a member of opposition, why not Bewaji? And then he said, oh, you know, he painted good pictures of how much he appreciated me and all that. So my ego was bloated. I said, okay, I'll go. I said, I'll go on one condition. You must give me 2 other members to go with me. I must give me some technocrats, some of the servants, some of the civil servants in National Assembly to go with me. I got to Amsterdam and I opened the newspaper and I knew that they has kept me away so as not to be present for what was supposed to be discussed at that time in the House. And forever, I'm grateful to Aminu Bello Masari, not only because he sent me away to protect my life, but secondly, because he also gave me plenty of coverage. And I cannot go into discussion. But Aminu Bello Masari protected my life.
So what was Aminu Masari, was he on the side against the third term agenda?
Well, because he was the speaker of the president, yes, he had to pretend to be the president, to be with the president. But I can tell you, he was against third term.
Were you offered money?
Of course, that was part of the problem. I was the one who broke the news. In fact, I'd given the news conferences twice, and the newspaper did not take it seriously. Sadly, in this country, sometimes, if you want your story to be on the front page of newspaper, believe me, you have got to pay for it. There were times I spoke in the House or made a motion, and certain people will comment on it, and when the newspapers will flash the headline the following day, those people who knew their way with the press will be conspicuously featured. That's okay. But in any case, I then went to Osogbo, where I knew I had influence. And I told them, look, this story is going to be big. And that time, I also gave money. I said, I want you to make it big. But don't make it big for 2 days. Let me escape. So I escaped. By the time I came back, I had broken the story of the meeting we had in Nakon Nunga, it was called this time, Nakon Nunga Hilton, now called Transcorp. And I broke the news that we met in the hall. The hall was filled to capacity to the extent that they had to move the barrier, Nasarawa Hall, I think, Nasarawa and Ondo, or Nasarawa and Ogun, two of those. Then, nobody brought money to Nakon Nunga Hotel. But as we were discussing, a principal officer of the house disclosed that the presidency had made plan to give each of us, no, I said I heard that the presidency had made plan to give each of us 50 million naira. That principal officer corrected me and said it was not going to be 50 million. It will be 70 million. So, right there.
And at the time, the value compared to now, 70 million at a time in this period.
2006.
2006, yes.
So I said that, look, if that's the case.
It was big money.
It was big money. So I said, look, if that's the case, we will lose this battle. Obasanjo will win this battle. Because the only way we should act to make sure Obasanjo lost this battle was, let's get to make as much noise as possible that the press, the union, the academia, and everybody will join us in fighting Obasanjo. Well, after my press conference in Osogbo, the next thing I knew was, one, first my house was invaded, not by government, I believe by those who, I shouldn't say I believe what I knew, but I think I knew. My house was invaded. But beyond that, a number of houses of reps were invaded because people thought we had been given the money. I never said we were given money. What I said was, it was disclosed that money will be given. But was money given? Oh, yes.
Money.
Oh, yes. Not only was money given, many even fought over the money given. I was the only one from Osun who did not take money. Every member of Senate from Osun, every member of House of Rep from Osun took money. And I knew the one who gave them the money. His own father was my godfather at baptism. We are from the same village. He was the one who gave the one from Osun. I know where the money was given. So when this matter happened, in fact, a good friend came to my house. I used to have some chandeliers in my house. And some of them had hanging things. And he believed that those chandeliers contained microphones that could record us. So when he brought money to me, he said, we know you didn't take money, but we know we need you. Yeah, I said, my friend, are you telling me you took money? He said, yes, I did. And I said, are you not ashamed of yourself? He said, no, I'm not. I said, why not? He said, because I know it will fail. So if it will fail and they're giving money, Why did I not take my own money? Honestly, in retrospect, I thank God I didn't take the money. First, if I took it, my wife would kill me. In fact, I told her, when that person went away, I told her that I just lost my chance of becoming a millionaire, because what they brought to me was not 70 million. It was far more than that.
It was double.
I can't tell you. Just calm down.
But it was heavier.
Heavier. Much heavier. And I left my house to go to a man that I admire so much, Agoda. He used to have a beautiful garden. I got to his house. I met about 5 people. I met Ghana must go back. They were about to share their own. So I left the place. So you know, we used to have cars that had plate number that had NAS. So his gatekeeper thought I was one of the people he was expecting. That's how he let me in. So when I got in, they were embarrassed because I was not supposed to meet them sharing money. Well, I left the place. I then went to the Meji Bankole's house. He and the guy who later became a senator from Ekiti North. He was chairman of water in the House of Rep. I've forgotten his name now. Anyway, I met him, another person, the man from Ijero. 3 of them. Again, I met Ghana must go back. So money was shared. In any case, unless we want to pretend, a newspaper published the name and the number of the car, the plate number, when they went and collected the money from central bank. It's just that this country will pretend. When I wanted to catch them, all I had to do was bribe 5 people in different banks. I collected the names, I collected what money people were depositing. If all of a sudden you came to deposit this amount, and some of them were foolish. Some of them deposited the money in their
account. Prof, these are heavy, and it's been a long time. The issue of third-term agenda has been discussed in the public domain, and how that impacted on our democracy, and how that almost destroyed the National Assembly, because it tore the National Assembly literally. But of course, these are your views, and these are some criminal dimension of those who took money, and of course, these are your views, Prof. And they have legal implication of it. These are not views of China's television, definitely.
I don't care the view of China's television. All I owe this country, all I owe myself, and all I owe God is the truth. I'm a Christian.
Have you met a former president since then?
Which president?
The one you are referring to.
Obasanjo? Mm-hmm. No, I've not met him. And I'll tell you why I've not. Listen, I don't want to get... I thought we were here to discuss national matters.
Absolutely, but when you got it in, I mean, I know that, but you know, these are big issues that you have just made reference to.
He himself cannot deny it. He can say it.
Would you say it to his face if you met him today?
If he's here, I would say, Uncle Segun, I and Bolaji Aluko met Stella, his wife, in Bolaji's office. And I know what I did. I know how I followed Miwa and Stella to Colin Powell's house.
To do what?
I can't tell you that. You don't say everything. Because we needed help. Nigeria needed help. Obasanjo was in prison at that time. I know how we saved Obasanjo's life. I was head of commentary on Radio Kudirat. We were the first to announce to this country that within a time frame of 4 weeks, Yaradua will die, because we received information and he had been poisoned. And we published it on NigerNet, the first community of Nigerians on the internet. People called us names. They said we were alarmists. But within 4 weeks, Yaradua died. Zach Ajuwon, who became the head of the National Hospital here, was Obasanjo's doctor when Obasanjo was in prison. We knew what we did to get message to Zach. Zach and I worked at the Baptist Hospital of Bumosho when Zach was a houseman and I was head of lab and my wife was head of pharmacy. Let's not get into all that. But the important thing was we did our best to save those we could save. We were not able to save all.